Good morning, fourth grade, and welcome back to another art week. Okay, so last time you were doing my lesson, we were working on our fall pumpkins. We drew our pumpkin using a pencil, and we drew our background, which was like a nighttime sky with spirals, so it looks kind of like a windy, breezy fall night. Then we outlined with a black crayon. So what we're going to do next is we are going to color in some parts of our drawing. We're not going to color in the whole thing today because that's a lot. We're just going to break it down into 2 coloring sessions, okay? So we've got 2 more weeks left on this project this week, and then we'll finish it up next time. I'm going to give you a few options for coloring in your drawing. The first option, you can use watercolors. The second option, you can use markers, and you can do our little marker trick. Or the third option is you can use just your crayons, okay? So I'm gonna show you all 3 ways, and I'm going to start with crayon first. So for my pumpkin, I'm just gonna do this first section on this pumpkin right here using the crayon. So I'm just gonna start with yellow because it's the lightest color. And I'm just gonna leave some spots white because I still have to go in with 2 other colors. And then I'm gonna go in with my orange. And you're probably wondering, well, Mrs. Domboski, why are you using yellow and red on a pumpkin? A pumpkin is mostly orange. Well, that's very true. But there are sometimes lighter spots on a pumpkin and darker spots on a pumpkin. So we are going to be using the 3 warm colors, and we're just gonna blend those colors together. So I'm just going to keep going. And I want to get mostly all of the white spots, most of them. All right. And then I'm going to go in with like kind of this like reddish orange color. And I'm going to add just a little bit of that. Just going to give your pumpkin a little something extra. All right. Now, you would continue on using crayon if you chose crayon as your material. If you did marker, you would do the marker trick where you would use the very edge of the marker so you get a nice thick line. You can go over it twice if you want to. Stay right next to that crayon line. There we go. And then you would just take your paintbrush with a little bit of water and you would wake up that washable marker and just fill it in just like you would with watercolors. And this one you would only have to do just 1 color. You wouldn't have to mix a bunch of colors together. Just orange is fine. All right, so that section is now colored in. And your other option is if you have watercolors, you can use just your watercolor tray. But since you have 3 of the warm colors, then you can go ahead and again start with yellow first. Still leaving some spots white. Wash my brush. Then I'm going to go in with my orange. Add that in. Making sure I get all the white spots. All right, so that section is done. So I'll kind of hold it up a little bit because there's a tiny bit of a glare in my room. So you would just finish your pumpkin and then you're going to go to the stem. And again, you can do brown watercolor. You could do the brown marker trick, or you can just use a brown crayon. I'm going to do the brown marker trick. So I'm just going to, again, use a nice thick line. And if I'm going too fast and you're not ready for the stem, then all you have to do is pause the video and then catch up and then push play again. All right, I'm going to wash my brush, make sure it's really clean. And then I can use my paintbrush to fill in the stem. There we go. All right. So once you're done with your pumpkin, then I want you to work on the grass. If you're using crayon, you're going to use a light green first. Make sure you get inside all those little zigzags, those little triangles. Make sure you go all the way to the bottom of the paper. And then you can go in with your darker green and just add in some of that. All right. Once you have the pumpkin done and your grass done, then that's where I want you to stop for today. Okay, that's where I want you to stop. Next time, we're going to work on the background, okay, what's behind the pumpkin and behind the grass. So this is as far as I want you to get today. So finish your pumpkin, make sure you get all the sections filled in, and then do your grass. Next week, we'll do the background. Take a photo of it, upload it into Google Classroom, and if you want to work ahead, then jump to week 8, and then you can go ahead and start working on the background. All right, 4th grade, I will talk to you guys soon. Good luck making those pumpkins.